Hey everyone, I'm the 13th Wolfman. You know what? Today is day 28. Day 28 of the 31 Days of Horror. And guess what? I picked out a good one for you today because, well, it just is. Ha. My buddy Bones over on his channel, he's been doing the 31 Days of Hallowicked. And he picked this movie out earlier in his schedule. I had mine scheduled way late like this, so I figured, what the hell, I'd do it. It's The Lost Boys with Jamie Gertz, Jason Patric, Corey Feldman, Corey Haim, Diane Wiest, Ed Hellerman, I believe is his name. I hate it when I just screw up names. Kiefer Sutherland, Alex Winter, Billy Wirth. Bernard Hughes is the grandfather. This has a cast that it's kind of cool because the cast was, some of the cast was young enough, like Jason Patric and Corey Feldman and Corey Haim, that they weren't really. Corey Feldman was kind of known, but Corey Haim and Jason Patric were still young enough that they're just coming into it. They're just getting known. Kiefer Sutherland was in Stand By Me with Corey Feldman, who was in Stand By Me like the year previous to when this came out. Diane Wiest, she was in Footloose. She's in a few movies before this, And Bernard Hughes. Bernard Hughes, the crazy old man. It's one of my favorite characters is the Bernard Hughes character. In fact, one of my favorite scenes in this movie is where Bernard Hughes and Corey Haim get in this 1957 hideaway hardtop Ford Fairlane. And they get in it, and Bernard Hughes starts up the car, and he revs it a few minutes, and then he stops the car, turns it off, and he gets out of the car, and he goes, and Corey Haim's character's like, Grandpa, I thought we were going to the town. He goes, well, that's as close to the town as I want to get. It's crazy little things like this that make his character so likable. In fact, the very last line of the movie, he has one of the best lines, and he's like, the worst thing about living in Santa Clara is all the vampires. So this crazy old man knows that vampires exist. But the kids can't tell him about it, because if the kids talk about it to anybody, they're going to be looked at like they're crazy. Like, why do you two believe in vampires? So, I'll give you a rundown on what the movie's about. Michael and Sam, Jason Patric and Corey Haim and Diane Wiest move to Santa Carla after Diane gets divorced from the kid's father. They move in with her father, Bernard Hughes. And when they're there, they find out, they're having a good old time. There's an amusement park right on the beach. There's a cool comic book store. Jason Patric's like, oh my God, it's got Jamie Gertz, and she's gorgeous. So Jason Patric's character follows Jamie Gertz. The first night they're there, he follows Jamie Gertz's character, and meets up with David, who is Kiefer Sutherland and his little crew of cronies. You got Alex Winter, who's from the Bill and Ted movies, but this was before Bill and Ted, so this is what everyone should know him from first. Billy Wirth and a couple of others. It's just the kid's name, little laddie. His name was Chance something, the actor that played him. So Michael gets roped into with this crew, and while he's hanging out with them, he has a small meal, and they're messing with him. It's like, hey, Michael, what do you think of those maggots? He's trying to eat, Chinese rice, and he looks at him, and they're all maggots, and he goes, that's gross, and throws the box down, and then Kiefer Sutherland's character hands him some noodles, and he looks at it, and he goes, they're worms. And you see that the vampires are screwing with his head. So then he offers them some wine. And and someone says it's blood, and he goes, yeah, right, it's blood. So, because they've messed with him already twice, he doesn't believe the third time that, what it is. But it turns out that it's vampire blood, and starts to turn Michael. He can't be fully turned until he does his first kill. So it's up to Corey Haim and the Frog Brothers to save his soul. That's basically a quick rundown of what this movie is about. I think I gave away way too much. Sorry about that. I love this movie. In fact, this particular Blu-ray was one of my first 3 Blu-rays ever. I bought this, I bought Dawn of the Dead, and I bought Chronicles of Narnia, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe. Those were my first 3 Blu-rays ever when I got my first Blu-ray player about 4 or 5 years ago. And the reason is because I love The Lost Boys. I loved Dawn of the Dead, but I got The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe because, it's a Blu-ray. I want to see on a big movie, on a big scale, extravagant looking movie, does Blu-ray really hold up? And that's why I got that movie. And I like that movie too, but I'm just saying that was the reasoning behind it, and it did. So since then, I've been addicted to Blu-ray. Oh my god! But yeah, so day 28 of 31 Days of Halloween, The Lost Boys. Tell me what you think. I'm the 13th Wolfman, and of course, I'm on the prowl.